So I'll go then. Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to work on learning on your own code design of photography. Here we go. My presentation will be outlined in three big parts. Why this work matter in the context in which I'm doing it. So we'll have the context, insight from our interview, the problematic we're trying to solve, and the methodology we use to do the work. And then I will talk about how we are going to solve the issue. And then on how we are going to solve the issue, I'll tell you about my personal, the user needs, the axes and concepts I'm working on, and the value proposition I'm giving to the people I'm doing the work. And finally, I'll show you what is our solution. Here we'll have a little demonstration. It will be very kind of short, and yes, that will be all for it. So Benin is a little country in West Africa. You already know that. So that's kind of where it's located on the map. With a very young population, 49% of the population is young, but unqualified for the job opportunities that come nowadays. So the world is moving very fast with internet, and jobs opportunity are very tech oriented. But that young population have a really good access to internet with their mobile device and are very eager and willing to learn those skills. But the fact is that universities are very expensive and far away in the main area in the country. So everybody cannot get to university because it's expensive and not in their city. So I was like concerned about how can we size internet booming to help those young people learn digital skills. So to understand that, I decided to do some interviews and to send questionnaire to people to answer it. So the main thing I wanted to understand was how they learn, how those people learn, and how they move in their career, how they choose their career path as people that learn on their own, and the difficulties they found in learning or while doing their work. So with all the data collected in our interview, we decided to make a user journey map, one for the people that are kind of freshmen, and one for the people that are already in the industry working and earning money from what they've learned on their own. So on that user journey map, we did two for the young people, the one that are trying to learn the design, code, or photography newly. And we realized that there's three phases in their journey to learning a skill. The discovery stage, what they do on a daily basis, the cause of their stress, because they often have a main cause of stress, and the interaction they often have while trying to learn. And we decided then to tell those actions. So at the discovery stage, a young person in a career wants to understand the industry he's getting involved with. He wants to choose the right career path. So that's his main issue. On a daily basis, what someone that's learning something do is learn and practice. Like we come to school, we learn, we have assignments that help us practice. And then the main cause of stress when you're learning on your own is being alone. You're alone, you don't have classmates, you don't have people to relate to, and you sometimes feel lost because you don't have mentors, you don't have teachers that can give you advice and tell you this is the class you have to do to have the right skill to be a professional. And find jobs and clients is also very a pain because they know nobody, they're living in their house, so how to network and get the jobs. The main interaction they'll have for some of them is borrow computer. or going to cyber cafe. I don't know if this concept exists in France or in Asia, but cyber cafe are kind of places where you have a lot of computer with internet access, and you can come and pay a time to use those computers. So when you don't have a computer at home, that's often the places you go to use computer and find internet connection. Even though the internet access is quite widely in the country, it costs a lot to have an unlimited data plan for a young person. So he will rather buy 2 hours of time on the cyber cafe than being alone at home. So we realized that the emotion and frustration that I feel during all those phases of learning on their own is kind of being bored, and the contact points they will have while on the discovery stage is blog articles and videos on their phone. And it's important to understand those two things because they will kind of influence the contact point we will have to design. He searched what is designed on his phone, and he read articles or watch videos. And to talk with people, he used WhatsApp. He chats or he's in WhatsApp group through his phone also. When he's stressed, he tried to go on his WhatsApp group to know or to talk with his friend. If there is someone learning design, he tried to join community through WhatsApp. And finally, when he has to go to borrow a computer, it's kind of frustrating. So the emotion is not very happy. You're not very happily doing it because it's very hard to learn on your own. So knowing all those kind of tell us what are the design opportunities, where are the pain points, and where we can improve in that journey. And for a young freshman, what we can really do to help him is help him understand the creative industry and choose the right career path, help him to network or connect with like-minded people, and learn and practice the skills he wants to get. So that's what we can do to a freshman, and that's how the user journey map helps us to see those pain points, to see those contact points, and to do the work. And then we did the same for a more senior people. And for senior people, their journey is really into 3 phases: daily basis, the cause of stress, and the interaction they often have. First, on a daily basis, as senior in an enterprise, you have to mentor and give feedback to juniors. Your cause of stress is often that you have to learn very fast new skills. When you're a photographer and you go to a wedding, you take pictures, and you have to do like a video with that, and you lose your data, you in a stress, and you need to rapidly go on internet, see how to retrieve data from damaged SD card or something. So every time a professional have a problem, it's often on a rush, and he needs the solution now and quick. He don't have the time to do a long search on internet to solve a problem or bugs. So that's the main source of stress. And the most interaction they have is about feedback and contributing to community. So he will go on Quora to type his question. If he's a developer, he'll go on Stack Overflow. So his main interaction is about doing things with community. So we kind of mapped also the emotion, and the more enjoyable part is often when you get your answer from community or when you help someone in the community. As a senior people, the main device you use is both phone and computer. It depends on what you want to do. And to give feedback, most of feedback are given in person. Sometimes just chat message on Slack or whatever app you're using, or sending emails. You browse and learn through web browsing by using a web browser, and the most interaction are through chat or Q&A. And all those little things will tell us all the kind of futures we'll have in our app. Q&A, we need a Q&A in the app. we need the faculty to like access it through web browser. We need to have the ability to send message or mail to people. And as mid-level or senior people, what we can do, the design opportunities here are help him to contribute to community, help him to mentor junior people while reducing the needs of repetition. I don't need to say the same thing to 10 people spread out through 1 year. If I can just say it one time, this is your question, this is the answer, everybody else just go to see that link and save me some time. Spend less time when facing a problem to find the quality feedback and answer. The main problem is that when you have an issue, it's not about you don't have answer. You have a lot of answer. They are spread out on the internet, but you don't have the time to go through all of them. So if you can have a filter of quality answer, it will be great for you. And then all those things help us to shape our problematic clearly. And it's how can we help young Beninese learn creative tech skills and develop their career path on their own. So we have young Beninese, they want to learn skill and they want to develop a career path on their own. So they are the main focus of our work. And how we did that work, we kind of started by research, interviewing persona, defining the problem, the right problem to solve, and then we developed. That's what we done previously, and now we kind of delivering what we've done to you. So it's research, define, develop, and deliver. And here we are at the deliver phase. For sure, we just had like 1 week, so the developing part was not really kind of went into details. We just tried to rush the things. We tried to rush the things out.
So next month, 1 month.
Now, how we're solving the problem? It's about chilling and coding or doing design or photography, whatever. So we have 2 persona. We summarize all our data into 2 persona. On this, Akinosho, the freshman, and Gloria Tutu, the full stack developers. He's the guy that wants to learn. She's the woman that wants to teach or contribute in the community and save time. The main things they need are acquire skill, learn software and methodology, network. And by networking, it's around finding mentors or comrades to relate to. Gloria, she wants to grow on her career, share her knowledge and improve what she already knows. And she wants to contribute to the community. And our axis, the one we retained, was designing a community-based tool that helps curate resources to learn. And the concept we want to go with is Chat with Co. We call it Chat with Co, like chat with community. And it's a chat-like website to which you can ask any question about learning. So how we differentiate? So if you have questions, you can go on Google. You can go on Quora, you can go on Stack Overflow. There's already a lot of websites that's helping you to answer your question. So why having another one? So here, the particularity is that we were a kind of knowledge-based tool built by the community. So it's not us as company or startup that want to build that tool. We just want to build something for the community to come and put their knowledge and like feed the tool we are building. That help user to have the right answer to any question related to learning, design, code, or photography. So we are kind of specifying the limit of what we are doing also here. Unlike searching on Google, which require you to read a lot of articles and navigate through a fall of information. So how we're doing this is that we give you precise information by reducing the time you need to go through all the other websites. So finally, what is our solution? So here is a kind of demonstration phase. So you have the discovery. To find out any solution, someone needs to see it somewhere. So our solution won't pop up in people's mind. So we kind of have this advertisement in the city when you have a billboard and you see clearly embrace your dream career, code design, photography, whatever, and you have the website link. So someone that sees that things in the city will pick his phone and try to go on the website. So you have like Aziz who picked his phone and he just typed the website name and he say like connect. So at this stage, I'll shift and go to my prototype. What will happen is that he will ask an answer to the website. It's a chat, so he will type his question, and then he will get and read the answer. He will get and view suggestion. So the tool will give him suggestion, and he can watch videos and classes and take lessons. Here you type chatwithco.com, you come to this website, and you have a menu, the chat button, learn, and a plus. So what will happen is that he wants to ask a question. He will come and he will have to click here because it's a chat. So he click and then the keyboard pop up. Now he tap his question. Our question. And he speak French, sorry, but the answer will be in English, but he typed the question in French. Qu'est-ce que le design et comment apprendre à faire design? So literally what he is asking the Q&A is, what is design and how do we learn to become a designer? And then he will send his question. So he sent the question and then he get the answer. So design is an application of creativity and reason to solve aesthetic and functional problems. It can be applied to many fields such as industrial design, graphic design, interior design, fashion design, etc. So we saw that he wants to get an understanding of the industry, and he gets following a university or specialized design school education. So in Benin we have Africa Design School. AHB and IFRI are design school from Benin because they have design like branches. They're not design focused school. You can learn online through courses and tutorials. And what is very important is that the website makes suggestions. Here are some free learning materials created for you. So as the website detects that he's a newbie, it tells him how to learn, practicing and experimenting on your own, promoting the classes and practice assignment, working with an experimented designer to learn. So he has community he can join to learn design from people. So all this is what answer the application gives him. So when he wants to learn, if for instance he chooses to learn what is graphic design, he click on it and he come to the learn part of the website. So we have a step-by-step approach to learn graphic design. Difficulty level, easy, last updated date, and blah, blah, blah. So he can read the article about learning graphic design. So we have the definition of what is graphic design with a YouTube videos suggested by the community. We have introduction to graphic design. So when it comes to a subject, the community can vote for the main interesting YouTube videos they found on that subject. So we have Celia Continu that published 290 days ago that video that is named Introduction to Graphic Design. And the link was clicked 560 times. So there was a lot of people that viewed that video, and more than 2,000 said that it was the most interesting thing. So that's the principle. You have the community that tells you what's the video that might help you to solve an issue, and you can upvote or downvote it, whether if you like it or not. And then you have Billy Dosu that tell you that this was the one he found interesting, and you have the community vote. So here is the idea about it. Very a community-based tool. You can reply to it. So there's a chat going around, and you can like private reply to the people that wrote that suggestion. And when you reply, this is kind of the discussion you have. So you have discuss, and you have a lot of people discussing various topics. So that was the idea around building a community-based tool. So when you're done with that, you can go back to chat if you want and see other suggestions, or you can decide to watch the video and then you got redirected to YouTube to see that videos the community just suggested, and you can come back to the website whenever you want. Ask and get suggestion. So we saw how the application give you the suggestion, and watch classes. We saw how you can move from the website to watching a video. And then you have the practice. You saw what was graphic design, you saw what was Illustrator, you have to practice. Now you just have to move from the website to taking a computer to practice. So you can still like being practicing and viewing the website on your phone, whatever the way you want it. That's how we go from discovering the services to practice and being in the industry. So voila, I'm done. Thank you.
About the different things, first I just think about one major way about finding a new way of learning, which just appeared those weeks, the last weeks. It's about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I think you are in this way. I mean, the way they are using that, which is something which is Google is very interesting, because they can help you in this way. And I think this kind of project can be an interesting way of thinking about how can we interact with ChatGPT, but not now, because now it's just like the buzz of the day. A lot of people are, one side is completely afraid, the other side it's absolutely the future. So we have to go down the temperature and then try to understand how can we improve this new way of working inside our more human world.